What's up, y'all? This is Master P. I just want to tell y'all subscribe to PIPERBOY Williams, your verified source of battle rap and entertainment. You heard me?
Shout out to everybody. I want to talk to y'all real quick. You know what I'm saying? 1090 Jake, you in trouble. Wait a minute. You in trouble, bruh. Shout out. You know what I mean? Like, y'all seen, like, okay, so there's a problem between Boston Richie and 1090 Jake. So 1090 Jake takes it upon himself and he goes ahead and y'all know, like, he got wild subscribers, right? So he releases the interrogation of Boston Richie. He even went ahead and, like, chopped up the video, like, timelines, you know, that shows, like, when Boston Richie called the police on this person. He did all that, you know, to try to get back at Boston Richie. Boston Richie gets mad, right? He goes ahead and he releases an old video of 1090 Jake basically talking to the news, snitching on everything that's going on inside of the prison, right? And this is the video.
To get in a Florida prison.
Every single compound I hit, there was all types of on there, whether it's prescription pills, Molly, some spots it was and meth, but nothing more common than K2.
Jacob Cherry, a former inmate, posted the videos to YouTube.
1, 2, 3, 4 flips.
He says Florida inmates currently behind bars recorded the videos using cell phones smuggled inside. How easy is it to get drugs in a Florida prison?
Y'all tell me what y'all think. Now, some people will kind of look at it like, well, he ain't get nobody locked, but y'all not understanding. Like, if somebody's like in a prison system like that, I don't know. I guess I know. I've been watching all these prison stories. You know what I'm saying? But if they in like a situation like that, you know, it's you telling like the officers are bringing phones in and this is what's going on and this is who's selling this stuff. Like, you telling a lot. You know, you could be messing up people's operations. And then, like, I seen DJ Academics, he interviewed this guy, right? And he's saying things like, yo, by him saying things like this in this interview, like, he's stopping a lot of business that's going in through the jails, you know. So some people look at it like, I seen Seti Nash, he was trying to, you know, he cool with 1090 Jake, and this ain't dissing Seti Nash, but he was trying to save 1090 Jake, and he's talking like, well, you know, they used to all talk about prison stories, and you know, he's kind of looking out for people that don't have a voice for themselves. You know that snitching Seti Nash. Wait a minute. He trying to save 1090 Jake. He like, oh, well, you know, y'all know I don't spare nobody, but you in hot water, bruh. Like, Boston Richie putting that out is bad. And then we just seen, like, I think Harlem legend, I can't remember, he was on like a live with somebody, they was talking, and 1090 Jake pulled up. And he's trying to defend the situation. He's just like, yo, I didn't have this video on my Instagram for a while long. Why is it just now coming up? Because you lit. What you mean? When you get lit like that, people gonna look at every little thing that they can and bring it up. Especially when you go on at somebody like Boston Richie, that's coming up. You know, and he's trying to say, well, you know, I'm just speaking for people that don't have a voice for themselves. That's what snitches do. That's what they do. Wait a minute. You can't save him, Seti Nash. Wait. Shout out. You know what I mean? But that's what they do. Like, Harlem Legend was like, nah, bruh. This ain't it. You know, like, I ain't never seen that. He like, yo, I ain't never seen nothing like this before. That what you saying, I don't know. This kind of look like you telling. You know, and he said, like, yo, like the K2, he pointing out, like, the different cell phones, like, in the video and the news. He pointing out everything, like, talking about everything that goes on. And, you know, 1090 Jake, he's confronted with this and he's trying to defend himself. So, but I don't think it's much. He's saying, like, back in the day, you know, when they used to do prison stories and stuff like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody kind of talked about stuff like that. You know, and he don't think it's a big deal or it's not bad. It is, bro. Like, when you have a channel and the main topics you have on you exposing people for being snitches, like, you are pretty much the snitch guy right now in terms of exposing people with snitching. Like, you are. Like, with no jumper, like, them type of relationships, and people talk like, oh, the 1090 Jake gonna say, like, when battle rap, when Kid Slay got caught up, everybody like, yo, like, they need to reach out to 1090 Jake and see if 1090 Jake can do a video on a kid slave snitched. Like, when it comes to snitching, people go to your channel. So it's ironic that you get caught up, like, telling a lot in the video on the news, and it's like, why'd you do it? You know what I mean? Like, why'd you, like, risk, like, putting out all that information that could be hurting somebody else's business, like, inside the walls for the news? Like, what was the purpose of that? Like, people were trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to you, 1090 Jake. I ain't coming at you, I'm just saying what it is. You know, and I seen, like, Hassan Campbell, he said this, and this ain't coming at you, China Man. I'm just saying what Hassan Campbell said. I'm gonna say what you said, I'm gonna say what he said. Hassan was like, yo, you hanging out with 1090 Jake. You just went at Math Hoffa because you didn't like them talking about an open murder case, right? And that's what 1090 Jake, you talk about that a lot, open murder cases. But now he's caught up, like, snitching, and he's found to be snitching, you know, on the news snitching, you know. So are you gonna say something about that? Is what Hassan Campbell is saying, you know. So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I seen that China Mac, he ended up responding, right? Somebody interviewed him or whatever, like, and he did a live. And he's talking about Math Hoffa, like how they met, you know, that whole situation. And he's responding to Hassan Campbell. He's just like, yo, Hassan is the type, he'll, like, apologize to you and then, like, flip and, you know, go at you. Like, 1 minute, you know, like, they're supposed to have kind of gotten over their issues. But then, like, he sees, like, Hassan Campbell is still talking about him. So he's kind of perplexed about the whole situation. It's like, how you gonna, like, we cool, like, on the live, and then you go ahead and you throw me in the blog anyway. I saw me playing dirty, you do. Wait a minute. He be playing dirty. He don't care. He gonna throw you in that live. You know, he's talking about a lot of people. He brought Harlem. Shout out to Harlem Legend. Harlem Legend, you getting up there. Shout out to Harlem Legend. Wait a minute. But Harlem let 1090 Jake know, like, nah, bro, this ain't it. You know, like, this look like you telling, you know. And from what 1090 Jake was trying to do, refute it, I don't think you did a really good job doing that, you know. But this ain't something obviously you're gonna talk about on your channel because you got, like, wild people that might not even know this, you know. So you don't want to bring a lot of light to that, 1090 Jake. But people gonna start taking that video and making it circulate around. I'm just saying what it is. So when you know, make yourself the snitch god, you know, like, people they gonna hold you to that, you know. And then with you being blood and you know, talking about prison politics and how, you know, if you were to go back to jail and they would be like, what were you telling? What you say on the news? We can't get phones now because, you know, like, all that. Like, they would have a problem with you being on the news talking. You know that. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody. I'm out of it. At the end of the day, y'all either gonna, you know, rock with, you know, Boston Rich, you know what I'm saying? Or y'all gonna rock with 1090J. I can't tell y'all who to rock with, who not to rock with. If, you know, China Mac decides to say something about it, it's because he decides to say, he ain't make a blog in a minute. You know, but maybe he may decide to talk about the 1090J situation. Maybe he may ignore it. Who knows? You know, but this is a situation that's out there that people are starting to pick at. And it's only a matter of time. It's going to hit no jumper. And they going to talk about it. You know, so I don't know, 1090J, shout out to you, but that's what's going to happen. You got all them people. This ain't just numbers. When you got all them people watching, they watching. You know, they watching everything, you know, and they're waiting for their time to shine. And with YouTube kind of like pushing you in the algorithm, y'all know why they kind of pushing you in the algorithm above, like, other people and starting to play with their numbers and stuff like that is what they doing. You know, people see all this stuff. I think your channel's lit. I'm just keeping it real. I'm subscribed. If I ain't subscribed, I'm gonna subscribe. I think your channel's lit. You know, but at the same time, you can't be out here telling the news everything. And he's saying stuff like, yeah, the K2 and what they get. What? What is you doing? Shut up. You know, but as far as China Mac, man, I rock with you. Math Hoffa, I rock with you. I think he talked about that for a minute. China Mac was just like, yo, like, I was, you know, doing time in jail, and Math Hoffa, you know, was shouting me out. I didn't know this guy. You know, then I finally got out of jail, and I met him. You know, and he basically said, like, you know, it ain't too many real ones like, you know, us left. You know, we need to watch out for each other. China Mac said he started doing his YouTube situation. I think he said Hassan kind of like told him, like, you know, you need to do YouTube or whatever. YouTube started blowing up, reached out to Math Hoffa. Math Hoffa is acting like he acting. You know, so this is what he's saying. Then he, you know, y'all see he put out his response to, or taking shots at Math Hoffa, and y'all see where that went. You know, but he's saying like they don't really know each other like that. I don't know. This is all entertainment. I'll be talking to people that I'll be having problems with sometimes. So I don't know. You don't know. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? What's really real and what's not. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. You know what I mean? But as far as everybody else, this is entertainment. Take it for what y'all will. I wouldn't say necessarily choose sides with any of this, but be aware of it. You know what I mean? This is what's going on. Shout out to you, Seti Nash. I know you rock with 1090J, but you got to keep it real with him. Like Harlem Legend was keeping it real. You got to keep it real with him, bro. You know, he ain't shouting you out like every minute like on his channel. You know, and y'all saving him. This ain't going that Seti Nash. I like his channel. I think his channel is actually dope. You know, because he drops news. He gives you the receipts. He does all that. I think his channel is dope. But, you know, with a person like 1090 Jake, man, he coming at, you know, it kind of... You coming at a certain picture and he's doing that, you know, so I don't know. Shout out to you. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody. Still watch Seti Nash, still watch all these people. But come rate, subscribe, let me. I don't know about tonight, Jay. Y'all gonna watch him, but shout out to him. I'm still gonna watch it. He got lit content. He does. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, he snitched. He did. You know, but y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Come rate, subscribe, let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.